Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. My name is Jennifer Long from Be So Inspired, and I am so happy to have you here today. Today is week 4 of the Be So Inspired Organize Along. Woo! How is it going, everyone? How are you doing? Are you just joining us now, or have you been organizing all along with us this summer? So have no fear. You can just jump in on the weeks that you need to. You can go back and do the other weeks later, because they don't all interconnect. We're sort of working on one section of your creative space every week. Then you can go back and sort of mix and match as you need. So this is week 4, and this week is Tools of the Trade. So that is a big statement, I guess, and week. So I guess we could consider our machines the tools of the trade and how we organize them. But we are talking specifically today because it becomes kind of cumbersome and overwhelming, all the little tools of the trade. So this includes our rulers and our needles and our pins and our irons and our spray bottles and our tapes and our brushes and our feet for our machines and all the things. So scissors. Oh my. So what do we do with all of these things? So that's what we're going to do this week in week 4. So grab a cup of tea and let's get started. So I just wanted to, before we do get fully dived into all of these items that we're going to be organizing, just going to remind you that if you are joining in, please make sure that you are liking and subscribing to the Be So Inspired YouTube channel so that you can be notified of these videos. Do sign up for the free Be So Inspired newsletter because it is totally free, and we're giving all of this information and some other freebies and tutorials throughout the summer, so you won't want to miss those, and you'll need to be signed up for the newsletter to get those. And then also, if you like the community aspect, you can join our free Facebook group as well. So welcome, everyone, and let's get started. So here we are. One thing that I actually am considering a big tool of the trade for myself, I'm not sure if you feel the same way, is like a project organizer, which I am giving away for free, our free PDF download. So just make sure that you are signed up for the newsletter for that. And also, I love to have a little calendar. So this is just a Quilty Calendar 2022. And I have all my dates inside the calendar here, but then it's also a spot for notes. So if I have projects that I need to have done by a certain time, then I write them here, because I don't know about you, but sometimes when I walk into my sewing room, I sometimes feel a little bit overwhelmed, which is why we're organizing here, but I'm also not sure where to start. Which project should I work on today? Which one is screaming at me the loudest? And so, or I really feel like working with pinks today, so I want to work on this, and I'm kind of bored of that one, so I don't want to work on that. This is me, so I am just sharing that with you. I don't know if anybody else feels that way or not, but this way I can kind of logically look and go, well, I do feel like pinks, and I am bored of that, but I do need to work on this. So then I can know that, okay, well, I'll work on this, and then I'll work on my pinks or whatever I want to do. So having this actually on my cutting table all the time really is helpful for me. So I do have a tiny little pocket calendar that I keep on my cutting table. To your ironing station. So do you have an ironing station that's set up all of the time? I just have a small one that's set up beside my sewing machine just for ironing little pieces and seams. And it includes these things. And I actually just keep it out. It's I have a long, narrow sewing table that I found thrifting and painted it turquoise. And it's very, very long. So I have enough room on my sewing machine in the center, my little ironing station on one side of it. And then I usually put my design board on the other side. So we'll talk about that in a second. So this is my little ironing mat. It's actually an insert for a larger one that I can have on there. And then I have my Olicio iron, and this is a little mini one, but I actually keep over there my bigger one because I just really like how hot it gets and the power of it and the control that I have with it. And then I have my sew press and repeat here. So sometimes I just need a little bit of extra mist, and this is like truly misting. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's not like sending water some way to make it like all soaked your fabric. It just kind of mists a little bit. So I really like that. And then I keep my quilter's clapper as well, just so that I can hold down my pieces and I don't have to hold them. So I have my little ironing station and it stays set up all the time, just like this. I think it's cute and I have the space for it. But I also do have a large homemade ironing board that is quite wide and quite long. And I use it for like finishing when I finish my quilt tops, or if I'm sewing together a big quilt, like my quilt patterns, and you want to iron big seams at a long time, it's kind of cumbersome to do it on a small mat. So then I just bring it out. It stands against the wall, and I just bring it out and I lay it on my cutting table, and then I can iron right here. So I don't have that set up all of the time. I just, when I'm using and needing a big project, just like an ironing board would be. So on the other side of my sewing machine, I have a design board or multiple ones because like I said, I do get bored easy. So I usually do have a couple projects, let's be honest, a number of projects going on the go. So I have a couple of design boards there and things are ready to go in different sizes. So depending on what I need to work on according to my calendar and then according to how I feel after that. Because sometimes you just have to like sew for the therapy, right? Yeah. And then the dresser there has some drawers. So in that is a great place to keep a lot of these tools, and I do. So right under my sewing machine, I just have a little container that actually had a lid on it, but I took the lid off because I'm opening up a drawer and then I'm having to open up the lid, and well, I just didn't really like that extra step. So this has all my little different feet in here for my machines. And so I can just keep them nice and organized, and I can just switch the feet out really, really easy. So that's in there. In there, I also have like any screwdrivers that I might need. A must is your pair of tweezers. So tweezers, and my glasses are over there too. Do I need to grab them? And I can in a second. And then I have some extra rotary blades for my rotary cutter in both sizes. And I actually have masking tape here because I have 4 kids and they're getting like older, so maybe not so much anymore, but my youngest is 9 still, so, and my oldest is 16. So sometimes like tape just disappears in the house. And so I have Scotch tape in here too, but I like to keep my own roll of masking tape in here because sometimes I just like to tape the back of a stabilizer if I'm floating stabilizer on the back of my embroidery work, or you just never know. Sometimes you just don't want to use a pin somewhere and you just need tape. So I keep my own masking tape here. I brought this bowl to show you that I have found this also actually at a thrift store. I think it's so cute because it has just the little flags on it. It's actually a set of 4. And so I have 2 of them over there. And these are all my pins. I leave them open in here. And that's just for my long arm machine so that I can just pin them in here. So I just have them sitting over there. But I also have, this is my favorite, very, very, very favorite like magnet pin bowl. And so the pins just magnetize to it. Ta-da! Yeah, so I need to add a bit more. I got some more pretty pins for myself, so I'm going to add a few more there because as you can see, you know, the heads break off sometimes, or I also hang my minis on the wall with my pins and then I bend them and different things. So I brought some more of those. And then I love these longer pins by my dear friend Bev, Flamingo Toes here as well. So I'll put those into an actual pin cushion that I've made. And in the drawer, I also have bandages because there's nothing like catching yourself on something, possibly a needle, possibly while you're sewing. Might have happened a few times to me, let's just say. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but you can tell me in the comments if it has. Yeah. Are you worried about your finger first, or are you worried about the fabric first? I'm always worried about the fabric. I actually got my finger nicked really good through the nail in my long arm machine, and I wasn't easy to stop right away. Like on your sewing machine, you can lift your foot up and it stops right away. On the long arm, you got to press a button, but when your hands are all under here and you're not up there pressing buttons, it's takes a couple a couple ins and outs to get to the button. And so I did do a good one on the long arm machine. And the first thing I did was scoop the other hand away and check my fabric because it was a quilt too. And I didn't want any blood on the quilt, obviously. So bandages close by are always very helpful. All right, I'll go grab my glasses and show you. So, all right. So, and I always have these right beside my sewing machine because I don't need them. I have contacts for seeing far, but I do need these to see close. So if I am going to be doing any hand sewing right away, then I will need them right away. So they're just, just my little sewers that I have beside me. Now, the jury's out on what you use to clean your machine and machine maintenance, but that is also important to organize and where you have it. So if you need oil for your machine, that you have your bottle of oil, maybe you put it in a container. So what I just rolled over towards me, I have a number of these. These are like the Ikea rolling carts. I think I can even lift it up over here. Okay, so these are Ikea rolling carts. And on the top one here, I have the things I use a lot. And I also have one over there for my long arm machine. So I need to oil my long arm machine often. So I put that one in over there. I just brought it here for the video. But I don't normally use this, but I was feeling like I wanted to try it and I heard people do it. So I actually haven't used it yet. So if you feel passionate about this, you can share it with me if you like. But I did get the pressurized duster. Not so much for my sewing machine, though. I might try it in my sewing machines, but I did get it for my long arm machine. I know, be careful so you don't force the dust in and out. So I am a big fan of paintbrushes for getting the fluff out first. And then I'm going to try this. You can let me know what you think. I also have this alcohol swabs. And so just if you're cleaning up anything, like especially on my long arm machine, I just do it on the runners, but on my embroidery machine too, or anything, then I just can use a little bit. And I also have some baby wipes over there for cleaning up as well. I found this wonderful wooden silverware tray like this, and I just love it. It's so beautiful. And I put all my tools that I use daily in here. So it sits nicely in the top of that rolling Ikea cart. And I have my hemostats in here. Then I have my bigger cutting scissors in here. And then lots of smaller cutting scissors. I have embroidery scissors, seam rippers. Yeah, I have my seam roller, which actually would be nice if it was sitting with my ironing. So maybe I should move it over there. I've got multiple rotary cutters in here. And the reason is I have some for cutting paper only, and then some for cutting fabric, and then some for cutting like minky and things like that too, because it's different cutting cotton than minky. So I have a couple, and then I have a smaller one for cutting small. Then I have pens and pencils in here that I might need, and it goes all on the top. Now, in this table, I have a lot of rulers for like quilting rulers. So I always have a cutting mat on my cutting table, but I have rulers underneath here. And then also on this rolling cart, I have some of the smaller rulers that I, just might want to have easy access to here. So I put those on the middle drawer in here. And this is really how I organize. So then I have, I guess you could call this tools of the trade too. So like my basting and my quick adhesive, I keep those in drawers so they're all handy. So pretty much all of my tools of the trade are kind of here and at my sewing space. And I really love the rolling cart because then, you can just take it to whatever space that you are needing it in, or if you have your hand sewing in there, if you put it in a special little hand sewing bag, then you can carry it to your couch or to your lawn or to the beach, and you can do your hand sewing there as well. So this week is Tools of the Trade. It is a really, really important week. So don't get overwhelmed by this week at all. Think, do you like visual organizing? So do you want to be able to see all your stuff, i.e. a rolling cart or maybe cups or jars laid out? Or do you like things hidden away? Does it make you feel stressed to see it all here? And maybe you want to put it in drawers where it is hidden away or in bins. So I like to be able to see everything, but when it becomes too many things, then I do start to get overwhelmed and stressed. So I have a little bit of combination of both of those. And because these are a lot of different little things that don't always match or fit together, drawers are wonderful. And drawer liners are great so that things aren't shifting in there, or little containers like such as this inside of your drawers. Just helps things keep it manageable inside. So that is week 4 of the Be So Inspired Organize Along. You are making wonderful progress. Yay! We are all doing good. I think we deserve a pat on the back because organizing, do you love it, or is it kind of like a love-hate relationship? So, I love being organized. I love being organized after, and I love creating in an organized space. It makes me feel more creative to organize in a creative space. So I hope it does to you too. That is, if we just do one of these spaces every week for the summer, and then we come back again next year because this is an annual event, then, over time, we'll get a bit more of these habits. We'll get more drawers organized and more spaces. And as our creative process evolves, we'll get more organized. So appreciate you being here. This is really enjoyable and tremendously fun. Thank you for taking your time out of your week to spend it with us. And I can't wait to see all that you are organizing this summer. So make sure you tag us. See you soon. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Jennifer Long from Be So Inspired, and it means so much to me that you are here. Thank you so much for commenting, for joining us every week, and for all the hashtags that you're using, Be So Inspired, all the pattern hashtags, and for always tagging at Be So Inspired. It does mean so much. I'd like to give you a little call to action. So if you're enjoying these and you want to try out a Be So Inspired pattern, all you need to do is come over to the Be So Inspired website, besoinspired.com, and sign up for our free weekly newsletter. And as a gift, I will send you a coupon for your first time in the shop so that you can have a coupon and try out our patterns. If you already know that you love Be So Inspired patterns, be it doll patterns, quilt patterns, do-it-yourself crafts, any of those, we'd invite you to come and join any of our memberships. So we have a dolls, quilts, do-it-yourself crafts, or all the things, and we'll inspire you, we'll teach you, we'll lift you up, and we'll have lots of fun with community and patterns together and lots of creativity. So I hope you can join us over there. Come on over to the site, and I can't wait to get to know you even more, and thank you for being here. Bye for now.